Good afternoon and welcome to a sunny Bob Stein Stadium as we get ready to start the third game of this series between the Lynn University Fighting Knights and your University of North Georgia Nighthawks. Thomas Kendrick with you here on the Nighthawks Sports Network as the Nighthawks will look to salvage a win in this series, having lost the last two games of the series and having lost three in a row dating back to the Nova Southeastern series last weekend. Game one did not go the way of the Nighthawks as they lost by a 12-11 score, as it was a high-scoring affair. Only 4 half innings in the line score did not have runs, as it was North Georgia who held a lead going into the top of the 7th inning when it was 11-6, but it was Lynn University who would storm back with 6 runs in the final 3 innings, and it was topped off by a leadoff solo home run by Alex Turner, batting in the 9th spot. Went 3 for 5 in that game, had the homer, 2 RBIs, and scored a run as well. Much different story yesterday for the Nighthawks in a game that started an hour late because of rain. Nighthawks lost 8-0 to Lynn University, who were able to shut the Nighthawks down and only allow 2 hits total for a North Georgia offense that typically does not struggle to hit the ball, as it was Michael Gouge who went 2 for 4, the only hitter with a hit and the only one with multiple hits for the Nighthawks. Teams are lining up, and we will head to a short break. When we come back, we will have starting lineups presented by J.R. Kreiders and first pitch here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
All right, who ate all the jalapeno rolls? Sam?
No.
Irresistible new King's Hawaiian Jalapeno Rolls.
I am a brother.
I'm a freshman.
I am an artist.
I am an entrepreneur.
I am a civilian.
I am a junior.
I am an ambassador.
I am a music teacher.
我是国际学生.
I am a commuter.
I'm an actor.
I am an intern.
I am a researcher.
I am a senior.
I am an athlete.
I am a veteran.
I am a sister.
I am a sophomore.
I am a singer.
I am an educator.
I am a scientist.
I am a resident.
I am a writer. I am a leader.
I am a cadet.
I am a volunteer.
I am a musician.
I am a tutor.
We are UNG.
If you're looking to buy or sell your mountain home or cabin, lake or riverfront property, look no further than Walden & Company Realty. Work with some of the most knowledgeable agents around with Walden & Company Realty. For more information, visit waldenco.com.
J.R. Kreiders is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Baseball. J.R. Kreiders sells Southern Tide, Peach State Pride, and many more apparel brands. They also sell men's and women's clothing, as well as Costa sunglasses and accessories. J.R. Kreiders is also home to the Yeti Lounge, where you can sit back and relax with snacks and drinks inside the store. Visit J.R. Kreiders just off the square in beautiful Dahlonega, Georgia, or on the web at jrkreiders.com.
And we are back as both teams getting ready to start this game. We now have starting lineups presented to you by J.R. Kreiders on the historic Dahlonega Square. First for the visiting Lynn University Knights, looking to complete the series sweep of the Nighthawks. Leading off, number 6, the shortstop, Patrick Dorian. Batting second, number 8, the second baseman, Michael Ceballos. Batting third, wearing number 42, the right fielder today, Jaron Pinckney. Batting fourth, Game 1 starter, Frank Grandinetti is the DH. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 14, Carl Ellison. Batting sixth, number 17, the third baseman, Tyler Curtis. Batting seventh, wearing 7, the left fielder, Jake Roush. Batting eighth, wearing number 24, Jonathan Corbett, the first baseman today. And then rounding out the lineup, center fielder, number 1, Alex Turner. Set the defense for the Nighthawks for you, left to right in the outfield. It'll be Michael Gouge in left, Stephen Tomlinson center, Connor Corbin in right. The infield today, third base, Devin Gearhart. First base, Trevor Sams. Up the middle, Michael Bell at second, Connor Hoover at shortstop. Behind the plate, Andres Perez. And on the mound today for the Nighthawks is the starter, number 10, Daniel McCreary. McCreary comes into this ball game the owner of a 1-1 record and a 3.72 ERA. 2 appearances, 2 starts, 9.2 innings total, 11 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 5 walks, 9 strikeouts. And he will need to throw strikes today if the Nighthawks are going to be successful, as it was a high-scoring affair in Game 1, 12-11. And then yesterday, the Nighthawks, of course, beaten 8-0. And starter Stephen Bauer only went 4.2 innings, so a couple of arms had to come out of the bullpen. Had a few in Game 1 as well, as Dylan Peppers only lasted 2.2 innings. Bullpen has been used a lot this weekend, and the Nighthawks would like to see McCreary perhaps get into the 5th or the 6th inning and keep things on track for them. As Patrick Dorian steps into the box, batting from the left side. McCreary sets and delivers the first pitch. It's grounded right in front of the home plate. Andres Perez able to make a nice play, and that's how the ball game will start. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Nighthawks. Something we heard a lot of in Game 1. Mentioned that Dylan Peppers only went 2.2 innings, but only threw 47 pitches in those 2.2 innings. This Lynn University team, very aggressive, to put it mildly, at the plate. And a perfect illustration from the leadoff hitter, Dorian, right there. And it's Ceballos at the plate, swings at the first pitch and fouls it off down the right field line. And that will be strike number 1 in the at-bat. Yeah, Ceballos 2 for 5 in Game 1. Yesterday, 1 for 3. 3 hits on the series, as the 0-1 misses high and away from McCreary, and the count will be even at a ball and a strike. Likes to work quickly. The lefty back with the 1-1, and the ball is hit down to third. Sure-handed Gearhart over to Sams, and that'll be out number 2 in the inning. 4 pitches, 2 outs for McCreary, as Jaron Pinckney comes to the plate. Pinckney 1 for 3, scored 3 runs in Game 1, 3 for 4 yesterday with 2 runs and an RBI. It's one of those hits, a double for Pinckney. And the first pitch by McCreary swung on and missed. As so far in this top of the first inning, the Fighting Knights have only taken 1 pitch. They've been swinging otherwise. They've scored 20 runs total in this series against the Nighthawks. 0-1 on the way from McCreary. Ball's hit down to third. Once again, Gearhart able to make the catch. The throw pulled Sams off the bag, but he's able to make the easy tag, and that's going to do it for the Fighting Knights in the top of the first. 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the first inning here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Honey, would some Captain D's make you feel better?
Yeah.
When you love seafood this much...
Back again?
I hope it's just a clumsy phase.
It's gotta be D's. Anything's worth it for our new home-style flounder meal or double dozen shrimp. Also try our grilled menu featuring new Tuscan tilapia. For full meals starting at just $4.99, it's gotta be D's.
Hickory Prime Barbecue is a proud sponsor of North Georgia baseball. Hickory Prime offers multiple specials daily, including a barbecue pork sandwich, fries, and a drink for just $8. Winners of multiple national awards, the restaurant offers pork, chicken, beef brisket, ribs, and much, much more. Visit Hickory Prime Barbecue, open 7 days a week, just minutes from the Dahlonega campus of UNG off of Morrison Moore Parkway.
And we're back here for the bottom of the first. Batting lineup for the Nighthawks today, leading off the third baseman, number 14, Devin Gearhart. Batting second, number 8, shortstop Connor Hoover. Batting third, number 23, Michael Gouch, the left fielder. Batting fourth, number 41, Trevor Sams, the first baseman. Batting fifth, number 7, Michael Bell, the second baseman. Batting sixth, number 25, Connor Corbett, the right fielder. Batting seventh, the DH today for the Nighthawks, number 32, Josh Peterson. Batting eighth, center fielder, number 30, Stephen Tomlinson. And batting ninth, catcher, number 24, Andres Perez. Nighthawks today will face Michael Imperato for Lynn University. Imperato, a junior, has made 2 appearances. First start of the season, a 1-1 record overall. He has a 5.40 ERA, 6.2 innings pitched, 7 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. As the Nighthawks will look to get on the board today, held scoreless yesterday on only 2 hits. And dating back to the bottom of the 6th inning in Game 1, they carry a 12-inning scoreless streak into this bottom of the 1st inning, and it's going to be Devin Gerhardt coming to the plate. Was 0 for 4 yesterday. Game 1, 1 for 5, so only 1 for 9 on the series for Gerhardt. Only scored 1 run. So he'll look to bounce back and have a good game here. Carries a .326 average into the ballgame. No home runs, 6 RBIs. Scored 12 runs out of the leadoff spot for the Nighthawks. As Imperato's first pitch is right back up the middle, past a diving Dorian into left center field. Gerhardt going to stop at first, as it's a good start for the Nighthawks. And that's going to bring Connor Hoover to the plate.
Now batting for the Nighthawks, number 8, Connor Hoover.
Hoover had a good Game 1 for the Nighthawks in the series, 4 for 5, a solo homer, scored 3 runs, had 2 RBIs, but 0 for 3 with a walk yesterday. As the Nighthawks only had 6 runners total in yesterday's game. And Hoover shows bunt. The first pitch is back to the backstop. Heading down to second will be Gerhardt. Yes, the Nighthawks already with a runner in scoring position here early in the bottom of the 1st inning. And Hoover up in the count, a ball, no strikes. Watches the 1-0 breaking ball catch the outside corner for strike 1. And the count will run even at a ball and a strike. One on the way from Imperato. And that one missed low for ball 2. Two one on the way. Hoover hits that ball in the air to deep center field. Turner back to the infield. Ball is still going. It's going to be off the wall. Gerhardt rounding third. He's going to come around to score, heading into third with a stand-up RBI triple is Connor Hoover, as the Nighthawks able to break the scoreless streak early in this 1st inning, as Connor Hoover tripled off the wall and center field. Ball nearly got out. So he hit it to the deepest part of the park. Wind is blowing right to left, but not really at a level that would have too much effect on the ball. As Michael Gouge comes to the plate. Gouge 2 for 4 yesterday, the only Nighthawk with a hit. And Game 1 went 2 for 4 as well. Owns a .500 batting average in the series. And comes into the game with the average lead on the team, 444, 3 home runs, 16 RBIs for the graduate transfer from Valdosta State. It's the 1-0 outside corner, and the count will be a ball and a strike. By the way, the ruling on that ball that got back to the backstop, passed ball, allowed Gearhart to get to second. 1-1 fastball, catches the outside corner. Gouge not too impressed with that call. And the count will be a ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 on the way, swung on and missed. And that will be a strikeout and the first out of the inning. So Gouge unable to drive in Hoover from third, and that'll bring Trevor Sams to the plate. Sams was 1 for 5 in game 1, 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts yesterday. So it's been a struggle in this series for Sams, but a good opportunity here to drive in a run. Hoover still at third with less than 2 outs. First pitch up and in for ball 1. Infield to the right side, playing at normal depth. Ceballos, the second baseman, just on the cut of the grass. And Corbett playing behind the bag at first. Ball to the right side would get Hoover in. He has the 1-0 on the way to Sams, is hit in the air down the right field line. Corbett and Pinckney will converge. No one will be able to get there. There is a lot of foul ground here at Bob Stein Stadium. Necessary as the bullpens are down the left and right field line. It's 320 down both lines, 365 to the gaps, and 390 straight away center. Counts even, a ball and a strike, the 1-1. Sam's able to lay off breaking ball down and away, and the count will run to 2 balls and a strike. And the 2-1 to Sams, fouled straight back to the backstop. And the count will once again be even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 on the way to Sams in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher Ellison. And the count will run full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-2 to Sams, hits him just above the elbow, and so he will head down to first. Runners on the corners with 1 away for Michael Bell. Bell comes into the game with a 189 average, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. So it's a little bit of a slow start for the second baseman.
Now batting number 7, Michael Bell.
Have a chance to drive in a run here, though. Yeah, as the first pitch to Bell. Off-speed pitch over the inner third for strike 1. Devin Gearhart singled to start the inning, advanced the second on a pass ball. Connor Hoover able to triple off the center field wall and had a Michael Gouge strikeout. Trevor Sams hit with a pitch moments ago. And Michael Bell now at the plate as the 0-1 is hit up the middle. Dorian to Ceballos, over to Corbett, and Fighting Knights able to turn the double play. Nighthawks, though, able to get a run on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. At the end of 1 complete, it's Nighthawks 1 and Lynn University 0 here on the Nighthawks Sports Network.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 Division II Baseball Championship, May 27th through June 3rd at the ballpark in Grand Prairie, Texas. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your seats today.
24 meals under $4, just like in 1934.
$4 was a lot in those days. That can't be right.
Oh, I was there. Back then, you not only got to choose from 24 meals under $4, you also got a shave, a shoe shine, and a new suit. Used to be called Steak and Shake and Shave and Shoe Shine and Suit. They even put it on the sign. Till it broke.
Is that a Steak and Shake suit?
Walter, did this look like a Steak and Shake suit?
Get 24 meals for under $4, only at Steak and Shake.
And we're back here. Start the top of the second inning. 4, 5, 6 due up for the Fighting Knights as they went down in order in the first inning. As it was a good start to the ball game for McCreary. And at the plate, Frank Grandinetti, starter for game 1. In there as a DH for this game 3. Also started as a DH yesterday, hitting the 4th spot. Goes from pitching on day 1 to hitting in the cleanup spot for games 2 and 3. As the 1-0 is ripped down the right field line over the head of Sams, over to get it as Corbett. He'll cut it off and get the ball in quickly, but air mails his throw. Luckily, Gerhardt over backing up. And they're able to keep Grandinetti at first with a leadoff single. It's going to bring Carl Ellison to the plate. Right-handed batter, starting as a catcher today. He's been the catcher all series long for the Fighting Knights. First pitch to Ellison. That ball is ripped into the gap into left center field. Over to get it is Tomlinson. He'll cut it off before it gets to the wall. Able to get the ball in quickly, but now standing at second is Ellison. Heading to third is Grandinetti, and the Fighting Knights squared a couple of balls up here in this top of the second inning, and Daniel McCreary now has runners at second and third and nobody out. As the Fighting Knights have started out strong in this top of the second inning. And the first pitch to Tyler Curtis, hit to short. Coming home is Hoover. Nice throw. They're going to be able to get Grandinetti at home. And a nice play there by Hoover at short. Able to get the first out of the inning. And there will be runners on the corners now with one away. Jake Roush will come to the plate. Roush wears 7, plays the number 7 position on the field and hitting 7th in the lineup. So a little bit of a oddity there. For the first pitch to him, McCreary throws over. And Curtis was back safely. And the first pitch they'd bat by McCreary, that ball is hit into center field. Tomlinson going to track it down. He'll get the ball back in quickly, headed back to first is Curtis coming in to score. The first run of the game for the Fighting Knights, Carl Ellison.
Now batting number 24, Jonathan Corbett.
And this game is now tied at 1 apiece. Both teams with a couple of hits. As Jonathan Corbett comes to the plate. Corbett, the first baseman today. Played first in game 1. And went 2 for 5, had a run and an RBI as well. As the first pitch is fouled off to the screen, and the count will be no balls and a strike. Yesterday was the catcher. 2 for 5. 2 RBIs, scored a run as well. And quickly down, no balls and a strike. The 0-1 is fouled back to the screen once again. The count will run to no balls and 2 strikes. As McCreary trying to limit the damage to 1 for this Fighting Knights team. Been able to score 20 runs in the first 2 games of the series against the Nighthawks. The Nighthawks scored 11 in game 1, but were shut out on only 2 hits yesterday. As the 0-2 from McCreary, fastball misses off the plate, and the count will be a ball and 2 strikes. Nighthawks were able to sweep the first series of the year against Carson Newman, won midweek as they traveled to Southern Wesleyan. Took 2 of 3 from the number 1 team in the nation, Nova Southeastern, last week, as the 1-2 is fouled down the right field line, but really run into a buzzsaw of an offense from this Lynn University team, as they've just been able to hit all series long. For the 1-2, McCreary throws over. Back safely is Curtis, but a nice throw and a nice tag by Sam's made it close. One, 2 on the way from McCreary. Swung on and missed by Corbett, and that's going to do it for the Fighting Knights in the top of the second inning, but they're able to scratch across the run to tie this up. And it is 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the second here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love.
The UNG Campus Connection is your university bookstore. It's the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom, and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks Nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Campus Connection is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
And back for the bottom of the second inning, it'll be 6, 7, 8. Connor Corbett, Josh Peterson, Stephen Tomlinson due up for the Nighthawks. As Lynn University able to answer the Nighthawk run in the bottom of the first with a run of their own in the top half of this inning. And so it'll be on the shoulders of the Nighthawks to try to retake the lead. As Connor Corbett coming to the plate. On the season, Corbett 200 even. 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Also has 2 doubles out of his 7 hits. And the first pitch, breaking ball over the heart of the plate for strike 1. Zimperato has thrown a lot of breaking balls to the Nighthawks. 0-1 on the way, breaking ball high and in for ball 1. Count will run even, a ball and a strike. One to Corbett is hit high in the air, deep to left, no doubt about that one. And it will be a leadoff solo home run as that ball landed on the pathway that runs along the ridge, Radar Ridge. And the Nighthawks quickly retake a 2-1 lead as Connor Corbett able to hit his third home run of the year. And the Nighthawks do indeed retake the lead. 2-1 as Josh Peterson comes to the plate. Peterson, part of the DH carousel we've seen this year. 167 average, no home runs, 1 RBI. As he's made 5 appearances and started 3 games. This will be his 4th game started and his 6th appearance. As the first pitch, breaking ball catches the outside corner, and the count will be no balls and a strike. Whoa. What's wrong with the camera? As we have picture back for you. Lost it momentarily. Count is 2 balls and a strike. And now 3 balls and a strike on Peterson. And the 3-1 fouled back to the screen. Count will run full 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the 3-2 on the way to Peterson. Swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Imperato. That'll be his 2nd of the ball game, and that'll bring Stephen Tomlinson to the plate. Tomlinson, .323 average on the year, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Does have a home run in this series. That came in game 1, a 3-run shot. Finished game 1 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored. One of several Nighthawks to go hitless yesterday. Oh, 1 to Tomlinson. Breaking ball in the dirt. Count will run to a ball and a strike. And the 1-1 on the way. Breaking ball swung on and missed by Tomlinson. The count will run to a ball and 2 strikes. As we've seen that breaking ball from Imperato featured a lot in this ball game. One, 2 missed low. The count will run to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 on the way. Ball's in the dirt, fouled off. And the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nighthawks scored a pair of runs, 1 in the first, 1 in the second. Lynn University won in the top half of this inning. Connor Corbett led off the inning with a solo home run to left. 2-2 on the way, swung on and missed. Actually fouled off by Tomlinson at the plate. So he just got a piece of it. And the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes as Andres Perez on deck. Devin Gerhardt in the hole. The Nighthawks already close to turning the lineup over. And the 2-2 on the way. Breaking ball caught the inside corner, froze Tomlinson. And 2nd consecutive strikeout for Imperato in the inning. His 3rd overall as Andres Perez will come to the plate. Perez, .310 average on the year, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. Owns a .412 on-base percentage. Whenever you have a high average and high on-base percentage from your nine-hole hitter, usually shows a sign of depth in the lineup. Something the Nighthawks have. Stephen Tomlinson, who just struck out the at-bat prior, hit in the number 5 hole for most of last year as the 0-1 swung on and missed. The count will run to no balls and 2 strikes. Hitting in the 8th hole this year. And shows just how deep this lineup is. Connor Corbett, number 6 hitter. As the 0-2 breaking ball just missed the inside corner. The count will run to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Corbett, who is the 6-hole hitter in the lineup, led off with a home run and showed just how much power he has, as that ball was without a doubt the furthest one hit this year. As the 1-2 chopped down to third, Curtis able to make the catch, throws across to Corbett, and that will do it for the Nighthawks in the bottom of the second. But another Corbett, Connor Corbett, able to hit a leadoff solo home run and give the Nighthawks a 2-1 lead as we head to the top of the third here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
There are over 480,000 college athletes. Only 2% would go pro. That means over 470,000 will not get a shoe contract. No autographs. No private jets. No fan clubs. No Hall of Fame inductions. Instead, they will walk away with something much more valuable.
Thank you.
Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you for giving. Thank you.
Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for your support.
Thank you for helping me be a Nighthawk.
Daniel McCreary on the mound as we get ready to start the top of the third inning. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for the Fighting Knights. They were able to get a run in the top of the second inning. Could have been a lot worse than the run that the Fighting Knights scored, as they had runners on second and third with nobody out. But Tyler Curtis hit a ball to Connor Hoover at short, who came home, and Frank Grandinetti, who had reached on a single, was tagged out at home. Very next pitch, next batter, Jake Roush hit a ball to center field. That was a sac fly, but also was the second out of the inning. And the Nighthawks were eventually able to get out of the inning, only giving up 1 run as the first pitch to Alex Turner. Fouled back to the backstop. Turner, hero in game 1 for the Fighting Knights, as he hit a leadoff solo home run in the top of the 9th inning, en route to a 3-for-5 day at the plate. Scored a run on that home run, also drove in another run, so he had 2 RBIs. As the count's now no balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 on the way, fastball high and away for ball 1. And the count will be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Prairie delivers a 1-2. Turner swung on and missed. Ball in the dirt. He'll be tagged by Perez. And that will be out number 1 of the inning. As we'll flip the lineup. Patrick Dorian coming to the plate, grounded out to Perez. His first at bat. First pitch he saw, grounded it right in front of the plate. Perez was able to pick it up and throw to Sams at first. As the first pitch to McCreary, down and away for ball 1. Dorian has now doubled the number of pitches he's seen today, 2 total. And the 1-0 on the way. Fastball missed the inside corner, and the count will run to 2 balls and no strikes. Caught the outside corner. And the count will run to 2 balls and a strike. Dorian didn't really like the call. As a 2-1 on the way. Foul back to the screen, and the count will now be even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 missed inside, and the count will now be full, 3 balls and 2 strikes as McCreary tried to get that fastball in on Dorian. A little bit too far in. And now the 3-2 fouled off back to the screen once again by the leadoff hitter for the Fighting Knights. (3-2) fouled off once again by Dorian. As he and McCreary having a mini battle in this at-bat. McCreary's not been able to put him away since evening the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the full count pitch is hit down to third, past a diving Gearhart into left field. And Dorian will be on with third hit of the ball game for the Fighting Knights, and that'll bring Miguel Ceballos to the plate, 0 for 1, grounded out to third in his first at bat. And before the first pitch to Ceballos, McCreary will check on Patrick Dorian, who's at first right now. And once again, a throw over. And the first pitch finally delivered. It was a ball, so the count will be a ball and no strikes. McCreary once again checking on Dorian at first. Leadoff man has yet to steal a base for the Fighting Knights so far this year. So 1-0 on the way, misses high for ball 2, and the count will be 2 balls and no strikes. As the 2-0 hit in the air to right center field, a couple of players converge. It'll be Corbett, the right fielder, who's able to make the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring Jaron Pinckney to the plate, grounded out to third to end the top of the first inning. As the first pitch is fouled off down the left field line, a long way from Pinckney. But it was well foul. He was in front of that delivery from Daniel McCreary, and the count will be no balls and a strike. As Patrick Dorian is able to reach with 1-out single. And the 0-1 to Pinckney fastball just a bit high for ball one. And the count will be even at a ball and a strike. And the 1-1 is hit in the air down the right field line. And it will be foul. And the count will move to a ball and 2 strikes as there are 2 outs in the inning. Wind has picked up a bit. As it looks like it's blowing a bit out. And the 1-2 missed outside for ball 2. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. As it seems like there's a little bit of a crosswind here. The flag was blowing directly out. Now looks like it's coming in as wind can do some crazy things here at Bobstein Stadium. Of course, you have Radar Ridge in the background. As a 2-2 misses down and away for ball 3. Ridge being in the background does provide a sort of barrier for the wind, but whenever it does come in here, it tends to blow right to left. And the wind hitting up against the ridge does sometimes cause the crosswind to come into play here. As the 3-2 on the way, missed high and in for ball 4. And Pinckney able to draw a 2-out walk.
Now batting number 22, Frank Grandinetti.
That'll bring Frank Grandinetti to the plate. Grandinetti singled and was thrown out at home in the top of the second inning. And the first pitch to Grandinetti hit to short. Hoover able to make the pick and has to throw quickly to first as he was trying to flip it to second, but Bell was not there to cover. And he's able to throw out Grandinetti to end the third inning, or the top of the third inning. As we head to the bottom of the third inning, it's still the Nighthawks leading 2-1 here on the Nighthawks Sports Network.
I've been a loyal Clipper customer for years now. I can say this is the most exciting thing they've rolled out with in a while, the Clippers Fuel Savers card. Now I'm saving 10 cents at the pump every time. Thanks, Clipper.
J.R. Criders is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Baseball. J.R. Criders sells Southern Tide, Peach State Pride, and many more apparel brands. They also sell men's and women's clothing, as well as Costa sunglasses and accessories. J.R. Criders is also home to the Yeti Lounge, where you can sit back and relax with snacks and drinks inside the store. Visit J.R. Criders just off the square in beautiful Dahlonega, Georgia, or on the web at jrcriders.com.
And we're back for the bottom of the third inning. It'll be the top of the lineup due up for the Nighthawks. 1, 2, 3 in the order. Gearhart, Hoover, and Michael Gouge. The Nighthawks are staked to a 2-1 lead. Already scored more runs than they did yesterday as they were shut out by this Lynn University team. And were held to only 2 hits in that shutout. They were able to quickly recover in this ball game, though, as they scored in the bottom of the first inning. Devin Gearhart singled. And then it was a Connor Hoover triple. That saw the Nighthawks take a 2-1 lead. It's the first pitch here to Gearhart, breaking ball over the outside corner. And the 1-1 missed inside for ball 2. The count will be 2 balls and a strike. And the count now even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gerhardt awaits the 2-2 pitch. It's on the way. Hit in the air. Into left center field. Roush and Turner back. And it'll be Roush who makes an over-the-shoulder running catch for out number 1 as Gerhardt hit that one hard. Hit it into the gap. But Roush able to make a nice break and took a good route to get there and was able to make a nice over-the-shoulder catch. As it looks as the wind might have kept that one up just a little bit. And there will be 1 away now for Connor Hoover. Hoover 1 for 1, tripled but was stranded at third. Tripled with nobody out. And the Nighthawks were unable to drive him in. And as the first pitch misses low and away. I caught the corner for strike 1. And the 0-2 misses in the dirt. The count will be a ball and 2 strikes. So we're in the bottom of the 3rd inning in this one. 2-1 score. Nighthawks a pair of runs in the 1st and the 2nd. As the 1-2 is fouled back to the screen. And the count will remain a ball and 2 strikes. Connor Hoover at the plate, tripled home the first run of the game. So he hit the ball off of the wall in center field. Connor Corbett led off last inning with a solo bomb to left field. And a bomb is an accurate description as that ball exploded off of his bat and ended up on the walkway that runs on Radar Ridge in left field. Furthest home run that has been hit this year by far, as a 2-2 was hit into left field. Hoover, a 2-hit ball game, as he's able to single to left there with 1 away, and that'll bring Michael Gouge to the plate. Gouge 0 for 1, struck out in the bottom of the 1st inning. Had 2 hits yesterday, 2 hits in game 1.
Number 23, Michael Gouge.
And have a chance to drive in another run here with an extra base hit. Gouge, the team leader with 16 RBIs on the season as the first pitch misses high for ball 1. Also tied with several other players, 4 to be exact. 4 players with 3 home runs on this team for the Nighthawks. Connor Corbett hit his 3rd today. Michael Bell with 3 home runs. Gouge with 3 home runs. Connor Hoover with 3 home runs as well, as Hoover hit a solo home run in the bottom of the 1st inning in game 1 of this series. 2 other players with 2 home runs, Stephen Tomlinson and Andres Perez. So 1-1 on the way to Gouge. Breaking ball stayed up and in for ball 2. And the count will run to 2 balls and a strike. Imperato before the 2-1 will throw over and check on Connor Hoover. Hoover 1 for 1 in the stolen base department the team leader in steals at the plate, Michael Gouge, does a little bit of everything for the Nighthawks out of the 3-hole. Has a 2-1, misses high for ball 3, and the count will run to 3 balls and a strike. (3-1) on the way, hit down the left field line, but just foul as Curtis was scrambling at third to try to glove that ball before it headed down the line, but it was foul, and the count will run full 3 balls and 2 strikes. And before the 3-2 pitch, a throw over and back safely is Hoover. And the 3-2, a hit and run by the Nighthawks. Gouge able to serve that one into right field. Rounding second, heading to third is Hoover. Coach Cantrell aggressive on the base paths there, and it pays off as now the Nighthawks have runners at the corners with 1 away. And interestingly enough, watching that play unfold as that ball was hit into the gap, Connor Hoover off with the pitch around second as the ball was just heading on the ground into that gap, and momentarily Coach Cantrell was going to wave him home, but threw up the stop sign at the last second. So now there will be a meeting on the mound. Nobody up in the Lynn University bullpen. Perhaps a little bit of strategy here as cleanup hitter Trevor Sams at the plate. Sams was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Has 14 RBIs on the season, 1 home run, 2 doubles, and a triple. As he was hitless yesterday. Game 1 went 1 for 5 with an RBI. Looking to get a second hit. Of the series. Would drive in a run for the Nighthawks if he's able to do so. First pitch, like a changeup, stayed high for ball 1. Nighthawks hit into a double play in this situation in the bottom of the first. Would like to avoid that here. As a 1-0 breaking ball finds the outside corner for strike 1. And the 1-1 hit into the gap into right center field. That's going to get down. Scoring is Hoover coming around third and being waved home, and scoring is Michael Gouge as center fielder Turner had a little bit of an issue getting that ball into the infield. Nighthawks will score 2 more on a Trevor Sams 1-out, 2 RBI double, and the score will now be 4-1 in favor of the Nighthawks. So able to avoid the double play in that at bat, and Sam's able to drive in both runners on the base paths. And that'll bring Michael Bell to the plate. Grounded into a double play his first time up. Had runners on first and third with 1 away. He had a tailor-made ground ball to Dorian at short, who flipped to Ceballos, who threw to Corbett to end the Nighthawk threat in the first. First pitch to him outside for ball 1. Nighthawks need to stay aggressive here. We saw Lynn University has the capability to come back from a multiple run lead as they did in game 1. 1-0 missed outside, and throwing down to second was Ellison trying to pick Sams off. So he got a lengthy lead as that pitch was being thrown. And the count, 2 balls and no strikes. They were down Lynn University by 5 runs heading into the top of the 7th. Scored the last 6 in game 1 to win it by a 12-11 score. 2-0 on the way to Bell. Breaking ball swung on and missed. And the count will be 2 balls and a strike. And the Nighthawks were held scoreless in the bottom of the 7th, 8th, and 9th, having scored in 11 runs through 6 innings. 2-1 on the way. Breaking ball missed down and away, and the count will now run to 3 balls and a strike. Bell way ahead in the count, 3-1 on the way. Change-up missed outside for ball 4, so heading down to first will be Bell. Runners will be first and second with 1 away for Connor Corbett. Steps to the plate, 1 for 1 today with a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the 2nd inning. That ball landed on the walkway on Radar Ridge in left field, and that's a good ways up, too, as that walkway is about halfway up the ridge itself. So not only did he do well to hit it that far, but it tells you just how hard that ball was hit, that it landed there. Corbett waits the first pitch on the way. Breaking ball stayed high for ball 1, and the count will be 1 ball and no strikes. Imperarto has thrown a lot of off-speed pitches to the Nighthawks today. Done a good job, though, of staying back. So they have 6 hits on 4 runs. 1 run, 3 hits for Lynn University. 1-0 was hit in the air, foul down the right field line. Pinckney over to give it a look, but it hits off the roof of the field house that is down the first base line here at Bob Stein Stadium. Count will be a ball and a strike. Corbett back into the box. Counts even, ball and a strike. 1 out. Yeah, it's the 1-1 on the way. Fastball missed low for ball 2. Count will move to 2 balls and a strike. And the 2-1 on the way to Corbett. That ball is ripped down to second. Ceballos a nice field. Throws to Dorian at short, or at second, excuse me. Dorian able to make the turn to Corbett at first, and that'll do it for the Nighthawks in the bottom of the 3rd inning. But Michael Gouge, a 2 RBI double, extends the lead for the Nighthawks to 4-1 as we head to the top of the 4th here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
See the Levy's parked in front of our house again.
It's a free country, Dad.
Our house, our spot. Those are the rules.
Okay, who wants sweet rolls?
Oh, I do. Me too.
Oh, those King's Hawaiian rolls?
Thanks, Carol.
Everybody loves the sweet, fluffy deliciousness of King's Hawaiian bread. Find us in the deli or in-store bakery. Also try the complete line of King's Hawaiian sandwich rolls.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
And we're back here in the top of the fourth inning. It'll be 5, 6, 7 due up for Lynn University. Carl Ellison will lead off. Ellison 1 for 1 today with a double and scored the only run of the game for Lynn. He was driven in on a sacrifice fly by Jake Roush, scheduled to hit third in this inning. McCreary back onto the mound for his fourth inning of work. It's been staked to a 4-1 lead. And the first pitch by McCreary misses high and away for ball one. And the 1-0 fouled off by Ellison, and the count will be a ball and a strike. One on the way. Fastball over the outer third, and that'll be strike two. McCreary has a couple of strikeouts today, one in the second, one in the third. Giving up 3 hits and only 1 run. As a 1-2 on the way, fastball just missed high, and the count will be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two swung on and missed. The third strikeout of the ball game for McCreary.
Now batting number 17.
And that'll bring Tyler Curtis to the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice last time, hit a ball to short. Connor Hoover was able to make the play quickly as that ball was hit hard and made the throw home to cut down Frank Grandinetti, who'd singled to start the inning. A lot of ground balls from McCreary today. 5 ground outs and 3 strikeouts, and only 2 fly ball outs. As he's done a good job of holding this Lynn University lineup at bay. Good hitting lineup. As we mentioned, they scored 20 runs heading into this ball game. It's a 2-0 on the way. Outside corner, strike one. Scored 1 in the top of the second. Could have been worse. McCreary found himself with runners on second and third with nobody out as Curtis came to the plate. Was able to get that ground out as Hoover came home and the tag was applied to Grandinetti. Was able to get a sac fly to Roush, the next batter. Then struck out Jonathan Corbett to end the inning and limited the damage to 1 run. 2-2 fastball over the inner third. And Curtis took a look at it. Now he'll head back to the dugout as the second strikeout in a row for McCreary.
Number 7, Jake Rouse.
Jake Roush will come to the plate. No official at bats as he had a sac fly to left. Well, to left center his first time up. And first pitch strike from McCreary. He looks like he's settling into this ball game nicely. The count will be no balls and strike. 0-1 fouled off, and McCreary quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. So he looks to complete a quick inning here for the Nighthawks. And the 0-2 on the way, fastball high and away for ball one. Count will be a ball and 2 strikes. Will be 7, 8, 9 due up for the Nighthawks in the bottom half of this inning. McCreary gets a sign, delivers a 1-2 fastball that's once again high and away, and the count will be 2 balls and 2 strikes. He has tried and missed with 2 fastballs over the outside corner. 2-2 fastball came in and hit Roush as he tried the other side of the plate. Roush will head down to first. He's hit by a pitch with 2 away. That'll bring Jonathan Corbett to the plate, struck out. First at bat up to end the top of the second inning. And the first pitch misses down and away for ball 1. One 0 pitch by McCreary. Swung on and missed. Looks like he threw a changeup there on a 1-0 pitch. And Corbett down in the count now, a ball and a strike. Excuse me, counts even at a ball and a strike. So 1-1 swung on and missed. Now he's down to the count as it is a ball and 2 strikes now with 2 away. Just past the 1 o'clock hour here in Dahlonega. Top of the 4th inning, Nighthawks leading 4-1. And some 1-2 on the way. Ball's hit into right field, coming on quickly and making the dive and catch is Corbett. And that's going to do it for the Knights in the top of the 4th inning. So a nice play there by Corbett sends the Nighthawks to the bottom of the 4th inning with a 4-1 score here on the Nighthawks Sports Network.
Honey, would some Captain D's make you feel better?
Yeah.
When you love seafood this much,
Back again?
I hope it's just a clumsy phase.
it's gotta be D's. Anything's worth it for our new home-style flounder meal or double dozen shrimp. Also try our grilled menu featuring new Tuscan tilapia. For full meals starting at just $4.99, it's gotta be D's.
I've been a loyal Clipper customer for years now. I can say this is the most exciting thing they've rolled out with in a while. The Clippers Fuel Savers card. Now I'm saving 10 cents at the pump every time. Thanks, Clipper.
If you're looking to buy or sell your mountain home or cabin, lake or riverfront property, look no further than Walden & Company Realty. Work with some of the most knowledgeable agents around with Walden & Company Realty. For more information, visit waldenco.com.
7-8-9 due up for the Nighthawks. It'll be Josh Peterson leading off for North Georgia. 0 for 1, struck out in his first at-bat in the bottom of the second inning. Be followed by Steven Tomlinson. And in the hole, Andres Perez. The Nighthawks leading 4-1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Scored 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Lynn University a run on 3 hits and no errors. The Nighthawks looking to try to win Game 3 of this series and salvage a win and avoid a sweep. As the first pitch to Peterson outside for ball 1. Lost the first 2 games of the series. We're up 11-6 in Game 1 and we're cruising until Lynn University scored 6 runs in the final 3 innings, including a solo home run to lead off the top of the 9th by Alex Turner, and that gave Fighting Knights a close win in Game 1. As the 1-1 misses outside, count will be 2 balls and a strike. Much different story in Game 2. The Nighthawks shut out 8-0 on only 2 hits. Those 2 hits came from Michael Gouge. The rest of the lineup was held hitless. It's a 2-1 breaking ball drops in for a strike, and the count will be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Different story today, though, for the Nighthawks. Connor Hoover, an RBI triple in the bottom of the first. Connor Corbett led off the bottom of the second with a long home run to left. As the 2-2 misses low for ball 3, and the count will run full 3 balls and 2 strikes. And it was Michael Gallage last inning with a 2 RBI double with 1 away. As the full count delivery to Peterson outside for ball 4. He will earn the walk, and that'll be his first walk of the season. The leadoff man on via a walk for the Nighthawks, and that'll bring Stephen Tomlinson to the plate. Tomlinson 0 for 1 on the day.
Number 30, Stephen Tomlinson.
Struck out in his first at bat as well. As now there will be a meeting at the mound, and we will have a pitching change here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll tell you about that change on the other side of this break here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love.
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 Division II Baseball Championship. May 27th through June 3rd at the ballpark in Grand Prairie, Texas. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your seats today.
Jonathan Eisdorfer answers the call for Lynn University, a redshirt junior, 5'11", 190 from Melville, New York, and out of Half Hollow Hills East High School. On the year, 3 appearances, no starts, 4.1 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 2 walks and 3 strikeouts, the owner of a 8.31 ERA on the season. And the book still open on the starter Imperato. Unofficially, 3 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, still responsible for Peterson out at first. As Eisdorfer will face Tomlinson, 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the bottom of the 2nd inning. First pitch is ripped down to third. Nice catch by Curtis. The throw back to first, and they're going to turn the double play as Peterson initially reacted to that line drive and went, and was unable to freeze. Curtis able to make the easy catch and throw to Corbett. Throw was a little high, but Corbett able to get back on the bag, and that's the 3rd double play turned by Lynn University today. Brings Andres Perez to the plate, 0 for 1. And the 0-1 is hit out to center. Turner going to camp under it and make the catch, and that's going to do it for the Nighthawks in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3 up, 3 down, and Nighthawks still lead 4-1 as we head to the top of the 5th here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Daniel McCreary on in the top of the 5th. Still working as he'll face 9-1-2 in the order for Lynn University. Only giving up 1 run so far in this game on 3 hits. It's 4 strikeouts. He's hit a batter and allowed a walk. As he is doing a good job of holding this Lynn University lineup at bay, something the Nighthawk pitching staff has not been able to do all series long, as they've given up 20 runs, scored 11 in game 1, but lost that one by a 12-11 score, as the hitter for Lynn University coming to the plate, Alex Turner, was able to hit a solo home run to lead off the top of the 9th in that game 1. Nighthawks were held scoreless yesterday. Were held to only 2 hits as well, as they fell 8-0 to Lynn University, trying to salvage a win in game 3. As the first pitch from McCreary, a strike, and the count will be no balls and 1 strike. So he's done a good job of really pounding the zone for the Nighthawks. 0-1 on the way, swung on and missed once again by Turner. Couldn't catch up to the fastball, and the count will be no balls and 2 strikes. As McCreary's been able to hit his spots so far today. 0-2. Missed outside for ball 1. Looked like it might have been a changeup that got stuck in his hand. Count will be a ball and 2 strikes. One-two, swung on and missed. And that will be the 4th strikeout of the afternoon. Excuse me, the 5th strikeout of the afternoon for McCreary. As we'll now flip the lineup, and Patrick Dorian will come to the plate. 1 for 2, grounded out to Perez on the first pitch he saw. As the ball was chopped right in front of the plate, Perez able to quickly get to the ball and throw to first. Also singled his last time up, but was stranded at second. As the 1-0 on the way. Outside for ball 2. The count will be 2 balls and no strikes. Mary trying to work another scoreless inning. 3 of the 4 have been scoreless for him today. As the 2-0 misses low for ball 3. And the count will be 3 balls and no strikes. Had a high-scoring game, to say the least, in game 1, as the 3-0 misses and Dorian will walk. Second one issued by McCreary today. Only had 5 half innings in that first game that did not feature a run, as there were 23 runs scored combined, and there were 33 hits in that game. McCreary delivers a first pitch strike to Miguel Ceballos, 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded out to third and hit a fly ball to right. So McCreary's 3 scoreless half innings today, a breath of fresh air for the Nighthawks. As the 0-1 misses low for ball 1. And before the 1-1, McCreary just going to toss the ball over to first and let Dorian know that he knows he's there. Dorian yet to attempt a stolen base so far on the year, or yet to steal a base, excuse me, as a 1-1. Missed high and away. Perez, a throw down to first. Sams was able to get the tag, but Dorian was back safely. Count will move to 2 balls and a strike. 2-1. But laid down, McCreary, a nice glove, will throw to first, where he will retire Ceballos. And heading to second is Dorian with 2 away. And Jaron Pinckney will come to the plate. 0 for 1. Grounded out to third in the first, walked in the top of the third. So runner in scoring position for the Fighting Knights with 2 away as the first pitch to Pinckney, outside corner, strike 1. As McCreary has been wheeling and dealing and throwing strikes today. Has struck out a batter in 4 consecutive innings. That was extended with the strikeout by Alex Turner to lead the ball game, or to lead this inning off. As 0-1 on the way. In the dirt, Perez able to make a nice stop. And Dorian down at second could not advance, as Perez was able to find the ball quickly. Count will be a ball and a strike, and now the freshman catcher will go out and have a word with McCreary. Big target behind the plate for Nighthawk pitchers to throw to. 6'7", 240 as the freshman catcher. Also has a bit of baseball lineage in the family as well as dad, Eddie Perez, catcher for a long time and current coach for the Braves. One is hit in the air to right field. Corbett, couple of steps back, now a couple of steps in, and he's able to make the catch for out number 3. So McCreary able to fire another scoreless inning in the top of the 5th. We head to the bottom of the 5th with the Nighthawks ahead 4-1 here on the Nighthawks Sports Network.
You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love.
Hickory Prime Barbecue is a proud sponsor of North Georgia baseball. Hickory Prime offers multiple specials daily, including a barbecue pork sandwich, fries, and a drink for just $8. Winners of multiple national awards, the restaurant offers pork, chicken, beef brisket, ribs, and much, much more. Visit Hickory Prime Barbecue, open 7 days a week, just minutes from the Dahlonega campus of UNG off of Morrison Moore Parkway.
And we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, and that means it's the 5th inning home run inning. If a Nighthawk hits a home run in the bottom of the 5th, 5 lucky fans will win free barbecue from Hickory Prime Barbecue, just down the road from Bob Stein Stadium. And a good inning for fans to try to win some free barbecue. Top of the lineup, Gerhardt, Hoover, and Gouge due up. Had our first winner of the season on Friday. As it was Stephen Tomlinson who was able to homer to left in the bottom of the 5th inning. That gave the Nighthawks a 10-6 lead. As the first pitch to Devin Gerhardt on the outside corner for strike 1. Oh, 1 on the way. Another fastball over the outer half, and the count will be no balls and 2 strikes quickly. Gerhardt singled and scored to start the ball game off for the Nighthawks. Connor Hoover on deck was able to triple him home as the 0-2 is hit off the end of the bat. Curtis at third, in on the grass to make the play, throws over to Corbett for out number 1, and so Gearhart will be retired. And Connor Hoover will come to the plate, 2 for 2 with a triple and a single today, as he looks to bounce back from a hitless day yesterday.
Connor Hoover.
Had a good game in game 1, 4 for 5, 3 runs, 2 RBIs on the day. As a first pitch strike. Counts no balls and 1 strike. Last inning, the first inning, the Nighthawks failed to score in this ball game, as the 0-1 missed outside, and the count will run even, a ball and a strike. Scored 1 in the bottom of the first on the Connor Hoover triple. Solo moonshot from Connor Corbett in the bottom of the second inning. Gave them a 2-1 lead as Lynn University scored 1 in the top of the second. Then Michael Gouge, a 2 RBI, 1 out double in the bottom of the third, gave the Nighthawks their 4-1 lead. They have 4 runs on 6 hits, 1 run on 3 hits for the Fighting Knights. As the 2-1 misses low for ball 3, the count will be 3 balls and a strike. Fighting Knights have already won the series, trying to go for the sweep here. As the 3-1 is ripped into right center field. Ceballos tried to make the diving catch, was unable to glove the ball. And it'll be the 3rd hit of the ball game for Connor Hoover, as he'll be down at first with 1 away. Michael Gouge coming to the plate. Struck out in the first, was able to double a couple of runners home in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Michael Gouge.
His 2 RBIs increased his team lead to 18 RBIs on the season. Nighthawks doing a good job so far of trying to stave off the sweep. Of course, Lynn University made the long road trip up here to Dahlonega, over 700 miles from Boca Raton, where they are located. Had another team from Florida, number 1 team in the country, Nova Southeastern, last weekend. Came from a Fort Lauderdale, so a pair of Florida teams making a long trip up here. And it's a 1-0 pitch on the inside corner. Count will be a ball and a strike. And the 1-1 hit off the handle by Gouge. Play will be made by Eisdorfer. Peaked at second, but didn't think he could get Hoover. Got the sure out Gouge at first. So Hoover will move to second with 2 away as Trevor Sams comes to the plate. Sams was hit by a pitch in the bottom of the first inning. Was erased on a Michael Bell double play, or Michael Bell ground out, as Bell, who's on deck, hit into a double play in the first. And it's actually, I misspoke, it was Trevor Sams who's at the plate, who was able to double home Michael Gouge in the bottom of the third. As the 1-0 dropped by the catcher Ellison, as looked like he was popping up to make the throw down to second. Hoover was scurrying back, so he didn't see him drop the ball. Count will be 2 balls and no strikes. That RBI double for Sams, or 2 RBI double, excuse me, equaled the team leader Michael Gouge, who was able to single before him. As the 2-0 fouled back to the screen, the count will be 2 balls and a strike. So 1 for 1 today officially for Sam's, hit by a pitch. As we mentioned in the bottom of the first, is able to double home Hoover and Gouge in the third. Two 2-1 on the way. Swung at it, not sure. Looked like he made a little bit of contact, but wasn't happy with himself that he decided to offer, as that ball wasn't anywhere near the zone. Count will be even though at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chance to drive in another run as Hoover is out at second. Picked up his 3rd hit of the ball game earlier in the inning. And the 2-2 just off the plate inside, and the count will be full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So Hoover will be off with the pitch here. Gets a lengthy lead off of second. Now time called by the catcher Ellison. So he'll go out and talk to Jonathan Eisdorfer. Eisdorfer came in relief of Imperato last inning. Starter for Lynn University. Buck has closed on him. 3 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. As the 3-2 pitch on the way to Sam's. Went, swung on and missed. As now Hoover is caught up in a rundown and he will be out. So thought there were 2 outs, but a little bit of confusion there. Either way, that'll do it for the Nighthawks in the bottom of the 5th inning as we head to the top of the 6th. Nighthawks lead 4-1 here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Hand dipped with real milk is the only way to make a milkshake. You can't trust machines.
Now how come?
Once I got a machine-made shake from some other place, and it clanked and clunked and spit out a glop into my glass. And do you know what it was made of?
Artificial turf?
What? No, powder.
What?
Powder.
Chowder.
Come in today for hand dip shakes made with real milk. Only at Steak and Shake.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
McCreary still wheeling and dealing for the Nighthawks as he's back on to the bump for the top of the 6th inning. He'll face 4, 5, 6 in the order. As Brandonette comes to the plate. 1 for 2, singled in the second. Was cut down at home as Connor Hoover prevented him from scoring the first run of the ball game. That honor would go to Carl Ellison, who was able to advance to third on that fielder's choice and then score. Tyler Curtis hit Jay Roush hit a sacrifice fly later on that inning. Brandonette also grounded out to short his last time up as the 0-1 swung on and missed. And the count will now be no balls and 2 strikes. McCreary with a strikeout in 4 straight innings, bidding for a 5th straight as he delivers an 0-2 pitch that's high for ball 1. One-two pitch hit in the air down the right field line. Corbett hustling over, unable to make the sliding catch. already made one diving grab so far today. Unable to make that one, though. Count will remain a ball and 2 strikes. Grandinette was the starter in game 1. DH yesterday, the DH again today. 1-2 on the way from McCreary. Swung on a miss by Grandinette, and it will indeed be a 5th straight inning with a strikeout for McCreary as he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. And there will be one away in the inning as Carl Ellison comes to the plate. 1 for 2, one of those strikeout victims. Struck out in the top of the 4th inning. Also doubled and scored in the top of the 2nd. First pitch to him by McCreary. That ball is hit in to right center field. Tomlinson able to get over and cut that ball off. Ellison with his 2nd hit of the ball game. He'll be on first with 1 away. As Tyler Curtis will come to the plate, 0 for 2, grounded into a fielder's choice in the top of the 2nd, struck out looking in the top of the 4th. And McCreary delivers the first pitch to the 3rd baseman today for Lynn University. It's over the heart of the plate. Off-speed pitch for strike number 1. McCreary today has gotten several ground balls. The Nighthawks would like to see one here. Try to turn a double play as the 0-1 missed inside for ball 1, and the count will be even, a ball and a strike. Lynn University has turned 3 double plays today. The Nighthawks have not been able to turn one yet. Nighthawks, a very good defensive team. We're the best defensive team overall in the NCAA Division II last year. That ball hit on the ground. Hoover unable to get the ball out to flip it. He is able to get the ball out in time to throw to first. Down goes Curtis for out number 2. Heading to 2nd on the play was Ellison, who got a good jump anyway. Hoover had to wait a little bit and then couldn't get the ball out of his glove, but able to get the 2nd out of the inning. That'll bring Jake Roush to the plate. Roush yet to have an official at bat. Sacrifice fly in the top of the 2nd. That drove in the only run of the ball game for Lynn. Hit by a pitch in the top of the 4th. And the 0-1 to Roush. Fouled back to the screen. The count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. So McCreary quickly ahead of Roush. And the 0-2 on the way. Fastball outside for ball 1. Count will move to a ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 fouled down the left field line. And the count will remain. Ball and 2 strikes. Curry looking to put away Roush. And get the lineup for the Nighthawks back to the plate. 5, 6, 7 due up in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-2 on the way. Fouled off once again. Count still a ball and 2 strikes as Roush is putting up a fight against McCreary. He's been unable to put him away. It's quickly up in this at bat. No balls and 2 strikes, but Roush able to lay off of a fastball delivery on that 0-2 count. Now has fouled off a couple more pitches. And the 1-2 on the way from McCreary. That ball is hit in the air to left center field. Gouge unable to get there to make the catch. He'll get the ball in quickly, but coming around and scoring is Carl Ellison. And so an RBI single for Roush. Second run he's driven in today for Lynn University, and that's going to bring Jonathan Corbett to the plate. Another strikeout victim of McCreary. He's 0 for 2 in the game. That strikeout came in the top of the second inning, as McCreary was able to escape a jam in that inning, having only given up 1 run. Found himself with runners on second and third and nobody out. In that inning, he was able to get Tyler Curtis to ground out to short, hit a ground ball to short. Hoover was able to pick the ball up and throw home and gun down Grandinetti before he could score. Then got a sac fly from Roush, the next batter. Got Jonathan Corbett to strike out to end the threat and the inning. So a good job of damage control in that inning by McCreary. And it was always going to be tough to shut down this Lynn University lineup, as besides the run total, which is 20 in the series, just watching the team, they're very aggressive at the plate, and they hit the ball well. They don't try to do too much with it. And sometimes those are the toughest teams to keep from scoring. But McCreary has done a good job of limiting their opportunities today. And they've only scored 2 runs as we're here in the top of the 6th. First pitch to Corbett, swung on and missed. And the count will be no balls and a strike. Activity is now getting up in the North Georgia bullpen. Right-hander and a left-hander up for the Nighthawks. Oh, 1 swung on and missed by Corbett. Quickly down, no balls and 2 strikes. Prairie looking to put him away and get out of this top of the 6th, having only given up 1 run. Oh, 2 on the way. Fastball just missed the outside corner. Perez was set up just off the corner. Prairie hit a spot, but was a ball, so the count will be a ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 on the way. Fastball high. And the count will run even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Nighthawk Sports Network alumni Walker McCreary used to say, deuces wild. Here today in the stands watching his brother Daniel on the mound. And the 2-2 swung on and missed by Corbett. And that's going to do it for the Knights. The Fighting Knights in the top of the 6th inning. They're able to get a run, but no more as we head to the bottom of the 6th with the Nighthawks leading 4-2 here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
J.R. Criders is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Baseball. J.R. Criders sells Southern Tide, Peach State Pride, and many more apparel brands. They also sell men's and women's clothing, as well as Costa sunglasses and accessories. J.R. Criders is also home to the Yeti Lounge, where you can sit back and relax with snacks and drinks inside the store. Visit J.R. Criders just off the square in beautiful Dahlonega, Georgia, or on the web at jrcriders.com.
5, 6, 7 due up for the Nighthawks in this bottom of the 6th inning. Bell, Corbett, and Peterson as they look to add on to their 4-2 lead. Scored 4 runs on 7 hits today after being held to no runs and 2 hits yesterday. Scored 11 runs in game 1. Scored those 11 runs on 13 hits, so they were very economic in game 1, but were unable to finish the job as Lynn University scored the final 6 in that ball game. And then had a dominant performance yesterday. Nighthawks answering back so far today as the first pitch to Bell. Inside for ball 1. And the 1-0 by Bell, and a much-needed base hit to left for him as he came into this ball game with a 189 average. That base hit will certainly help, and it helps the Nighthawks as Connor Corbett comes to the plate. 1 for 2, homered in the bottom of the 2nd, leading off, hit a ball and went a long, long way to left field up on the walkway on Radar Ridge, which is the backdrop for Bob Stein Stadium. First ball hit to that walkway this season, and have to hit it a very long way to get that ball up there. Also grounded into a double play in his 2nd at bat. As it's still Jonathan Eisdorf on the mound for Lynn University. Came in the 3rd inning as that pitch is ripped down the left field line. Bell gonna get to 3rd. Corbett gonna be at 2nd as there are runners on 2nd and 3rd now with nobody out. Connor Corbett, his 2nd hit of the afternoon, and a 2nd extra base hit, as that'll bring Josh Peterson to the plate.
Now batting number 32, Josh Peterson.
Peterson 0 for 1. Struck out in the bottom of the 2nd, also picked up a walk. He has a good opportunity to pick up an RBI here as there are runners on 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. The Nighthawks an opportunity to extend their lead as the first pitch misses outside from Eisdorf. And the count will be ball and no strikes. And the 1-0 misses low. The count will be 2 balls and no strikes. On deck, Stephen Tomlinson in the hole, Andres Perez. .64 lefty, originally from South Africa. Watches the 2-0 outside for ball 3. Count run to 3 balls and no strikes. Hometown listed as Arvada, Colorado. Went to Ralston Valley High School and transferred from Northeast Mississippi Community College. He's played in the DH role solely this entire season. As the 3-0 finds the strike zone for strike 1. This is the 6th appearance that Peterson has made. 4 starts, all of them in the DH role. As the 3-1 fouled off down the first base line. Other DHs this season, Michael Gouge, DH yesterday. Seen Josh Profit in that role. Seen Anthony Carco in that role. The DH spot is really the only spot in the lineup that Coach Tom Cantrell has not had consistently the entire season. Every other position on the field, he already knows who's going to play day in and day out. As the 3-1 missed, and Peterson his second walk of the ball game. That'll load the bases with nobody out here in the bottom of the sixth, with Stephen Tomlinson coming to the plate. And before that, we will have a pinch runner for Peterson at first. It'll be Cal Dempsey. Started in left in yesterday's ball game.
Pinch runner for North Georgia, number 6, Cal Dempsey.
He'll pinch run for Peterson as the bases are loaded with nobody out. And now we'll have a meeting at the mound. No signal has been made yet whether there's going to be a pitching change or not. The Nighthawks have loaded the bases with nobody out. Michael Bell was able to single to start the inning. Connor Corbett a double down the left field line. Led to second and third with nobody out. Josh Peterson came to the plate, was able to draw a walk to load the bases. He was then lifted for a pinch runner, Cal Dempsey. And now the meeting will be broken up. We will not have a pitching change, and so things will continue as scheduled with Stephen Tomlinson coming to the plate. Tomlinson 0 for 2 on the day. Had a good game one for the Nighthawks in this series. As started in center in that game, was able to pick up 3 hits in 4 at-bats, scored 3 runs, drive in 3 runs as well, hit a 2-run home run. First pitch, like a fastball on the outside corner. Count will move to no balls and a strike. Tomlinson's home run in game 1 came in the bottom of the 5th, as it was the first home run in the home run inning this season. 0-1 pitch is fouled off down the first base line. And the count will run to no balls and 2 strikes. Nighthawks trying to add on here, trying to add on to their lead. They've led for most of this ball game. The 0-2 missed the outside corner. The count will run to a ball and 2 strikes. Got the scoring off to a start today in the bottom of the first with a Connor Hoover triple off the wall in center. Lynn University tied it in the top of the second inning on a Jake Roush sacrifice fly. Then Connor Corbett, who led off the inning for the Nighthawks with a solo bomb to left as that ball is hit to short. Dorian to Ceballos, over to Corbett at first. Tomlinson grounds into the double play. Michael Bell will come around to score, but the twin killing leads the Nighthawks with only a runner on third and 2 away. They do increase their lead as Corbett heads down to third. Pinch runner Cal Dempsey cut down at second. And Andres Perez at the plate. First pitch in there for a strike. Perez 0 for 2 today. It's 2 for 4 in game 1 as that ball is hit off the pitcher. And throwing to first is Eisdorf, and that'll do it for Lynn University, or for the Nighthawks in the bottom of the 6th inning. They're able to score a run. And Stephen Tomlinson hit into a double play, but that's all they're able to get across as the lead is increased to 5-2. So we head to the top of the 7th here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I want everyone to rally behind such a great cause for Make-A-Wish. It's not just for us, and it's not just for the school. It's for the kids that we'll be helping. It's for them.
It's not just raising money for a charity. It's raising money to make this kid's dream come true.
I never, still to this day, would have thought that it would have touched me the way that it did that day. To truly say that it was a life-changing moment for myself is true. And I think it was for our program, our team, and our university. It was truly one of the most memorable experiences of my coaching career.
You really just see the community come together to make this event special and make it unique. And I think that's one thing that we like to try to brand ourselves with here at UNG is we're unique, and we like to do the special, small things that make children's lives and dreams come true.
Daniel McCreary back on the mound for the top of the 7th inning, as he's lasted longer than any North Georgia starter in this series. He's thrown 6 innings, has only given up 2 runs on 5 hits, and has amassed 7 strikeouts. He's only issued 2 walks as well today, so only 7 total. Well, 7 base runners, and then he also hit a batter, so 8 total base runners today for McCreary. So a strong start from the starter, as the Nighthawks needed that. Bullpen has done a lot of work so far in this series. So we'll have a pinch hitter for Alex Turner. It'll be Willie Shea that comes to the plate. And swings and misses at the first pitch. Turner's day is done, 0 for 2. Struck out both times. And the 0-1 to the pinch hitter, Shea, in the dirt for ball 1. And the count will be a ball and a strike. Still continued activity in the North Georgia bullpen. Activity has ceased for the moment in the Lynn bullpen. Has a 1-1 breaking ball over the outside corner for strike 2. Count will be a ball and 2 strikes. It's McCreary working deep into this ball game, trying to get the first out of the 7th. 1-2, hit in the air down the right field line, foul. Came back with another breaking ball there, so doubled up on it. Has successfully commanded all 3 of his pitches today, fastball, breaking ball, and changeup. 1-2 on the way. Another breaking ball, this one hit into right field by Shea, and so he will have a pinch hit single off the bench to lead off the top of the 7th inning. And now the lineup will flip, and Patrick Dorian will come to the plate. 1 for 2 with a walk today. As on the first pitch of the at-bat, Patrick Dorian able to rope that ball into right field, so back-to-back singles given up by McCreary to start the top of the 7th inning. That'll bring Miguel Ceballos to the plate. Ceballos hitless on the day, 0 for 2. As Michael Holder, assistant coach for the Nighthawks, will come out to the mound. Hasn't signaled yet for a pitching change. Might make the change after this meeting is broken up, just to give guys in the bullpen a little bit more time to work. Curry has done a good job today, as we mentioned, only giving up 2 runs, and now the call to the bullpen is made. We'll have that Wendy's call to the bullpen for you on the other side of this break here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
defining moments, championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 Division II Baseball Championship, May 27th through June 3rd at the ballpark in Grand Prairie, Texas. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your seats today.
And the Wendy's call to the bullpen, answered by number 19, Chris Cobb, a senior right-hander, 6 foot 165, out of Hamilton, Georgia, and Northside High School. Cobb so far on the season has made a couple of appearances, 3 to be exact, and 1 start. Has yet to factor into a decision, does have a 2.25 ERA, 8 innings on the year, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 of those earned, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. He's given up 1 double and 2 home runs on the season. Coming in relief of McCreary, who will be responsible for both Shea and Dorian on base. Unofficial line for him, as the book is still open, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Did hit a batter. Also got 4 flyouts and 7 groundouts. As he did a good job of limiting this Lynn University lineup. Nighthawks have given up 20 runs total to this team coming into this ball game. Only 10 total base runners for Lynn. And something McCreary did well was limit the damage whenever Fighting Knights had an opportunity for a big inning. Did in the top of the second inning, as they were able to get runners at second and third with nobody out, but Curry was able to pitch out of that second inning jam, having only given up 1 run as the first pitch from Cobb to Miguel Ceballos. Misses outside for ball 1. And that was really the only inning where Fighting Knights threatened. And so McCreary able to keep them from having a big inning. 1-0 misses low again, and the count will be 2 balls and no strikes. As the Fighting Knights have scored 2 runs on 7 hits. Single run in the second, single run in the top of the 6th. Nighthawks have scored 5. They scored single runs in the first, the second, and the 6th. Had a 2-run inning on the bottom of the 3rd as Trevor Sams was able to drive in Connor Hoover and Michael Gouge with a 1-out, 2 RBI double. As the 2-0 from Cobb misses low and away for ball 3, having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone out of the bullpen for the Nighthawks. As the Sharks threatening here, first and second, nobody out. And now the bases will be loaded with nobody out as Chris Cobb comes in and throws 4 straight balls to walk Miguel Ceballos. He'll head down to first. Dorian will move to second. And Willie Shea will head to third. And so Nighthawks in a lot of trouble here. Bases loaded, nobody out. They had this situation in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch breaking ball high and in for ball 1. We're able to get a run as Stephen Tomlinson grounded into a double play, but we're largely limited as they had an opportunity to have a big inning. 1-0 here from Cobb. Breaking ball in the dirt, so he's thrown 6 straight balls to start his appearance off in this ball game. And the count will be 2 balls and no strikes. Here's action still in the North Georgia bullpen. Infield for the Nighthawks, pretty much at normal depth. The middle of the infield at double play depth as the 2-0 was fouled off. And the count will be 2 balls and a strike. At the plate, Jaron Pinckney. Three-hole hitter for this Lynn University team as the 2-1 is fouled off down the left field line. It had home run depth or home run distance, but it was well foul, and the count will run even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pinckney 0 for 2 on the day so far. Was able to draw a walk. Was able to do that in the top of the 3rd inning. Two on the way from Cobb. Ball's hit down to 3rd. Gearhart will touch 3rd, throw to 2nd. And so they will get 2 outs. Gearhart was able to pick up that ground ball, touch 3rd with it, throw it to Bell at 2nd. So it'll be a 5-4 double play. But Willie Shea will score to make it 5-3. The Nighthawks, though, done a good job there of limiting the damage so far. Not out of the inning, but much the same situation we saw for them in their bottom of the 6th inning. Cobb now just 1 out away from only giving up 1 run out of that opportunity as the first pitch to Grandinetti is hit to 2nd. Bell, a nice job diving to his right, up and throws to 1st, and the Nighthawks able to get out of the top of the 7th inning, having only given up 1 run. Loaded the bases with nobody out. Lynn University only able to get 1 as we head to the 7th inning stretch with the Nighthawks up 5-3 here on the Nighthawks Sports Network.
The UNG Campus Connection is your university bookstore. It's the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom, and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks Nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Campus Connection is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
Honey, would some Captain D's make you feel better?
Yeah.
When you love seafood this much,
Back again? I hope it's just a clumsy phase.
it's gotta be D's. Anything's worth it for our new home-style flounder meal or double dozen shrimp. Also try our grilled menu featuring new Tuscan tilapia. For full meals starting at just $4.99, it's gotta be D's.
And as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch today, presented by Campus Connection, your university bookstore. As it'll be the top of the lineup due up for the Nighthawks. Gerhard, Hoover, and Gouge up 5-3. Traded runs back and forth in the 6th inning. Chris Cobb was able to pitch out of a bases-loaded jam. Bases loaded, nobody out. Only gave up 1 run as he was able to induce a 5-4 double play. Then Michael Bell, a nice play at 2nd, ranging to his right, was able to dive, get up, and make the throw to 1st to end the inning. As a new pitcher for Lynn University, number 16, Daniel Nuzzi.
Now leading up for the Nighthawks, number 14, Devin Gerhardt.
As Gerhardt will step to the plate. Saw Nuzzi in game 1. On the year, 5 appearances, has a win and 2 saves. As the first pitch to Gerhardt, grounded to 3rd, Curtis able to make the play, throw to 1st to Corbett, and Devin Gerhardt the first out of the inning. Nuzzi 1 win, no losses, 2 saves. 7.1 total innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. No walks, 8 strikeouts. He has a 2.45 ERA. First pitch to Hoover, down low for ball 1. He came in and got the save in game 1 for Lynn University. As the count is a ball and a strike on Connor Hoover. 1-1 caught the outside corner. The count will be a ball and 2 strikes. Snuzzy got 2 outs in that ball game. No hits, no runs, no walks. As the 1-2 was hit up the middle and Korean's off of second base and into left field. Hoover hustling out of the box will be at second with a 1-out double as that ball was hit up the middle hard. It careened off of second base and out into left field. Roush and Turner were not expecting it to do that, and Connor Hoover, who we saw pick up a hustle double in game 1, able to do the same here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's going to bring Michael Gouge to the plate. Gouge on the day 1 for 3. And the first pitch to Gouge. Fastball over the outer third for strike 1. Gouge awaiting the 0-1 pitch from Nuzzy on the way. It's hit down to third. Sliding stop by Curtis, up and throws to first. Kept Hoover at second, threw Gouge out at first, and so Hoover will remain at second with 2 away for Trevor Sams. Sams 1 for 2 with an RBI double in the bottom of the 3rd inning. As the catcher Ellison will go out and have a word with Nuzzy. And Nuzzy just 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. First pitch swung on and fouled back to the screen by Sams. Count will be no balls and a strike. One on the way to Sams, head out to short. Dorian going to make the play, throw to first, and that's going to do it for the Nighthawks in the bottom of the 7th. Able to get Hoover on with a 1-out double, but unable to drive him in as we head to the top of the 8th. Nighthawks lead 5-3 here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Irresistible King's Hawaiian bread.
I coined my definition of success in 1934. My definition of success is peace of mind attained only through self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable. It's like reputation and character. Reputation is what others perceive you to be. Character is what you are.
5, 6, 7 due up for Lynn University in the top of the 8th inning. They will face Chris Cobb, who will come on for another inning of relief work. Close the book on Daniel McCreary, 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Actually, 3 runs, 3 of them earned, 7 hits given up, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Cobb able to throw an inning. Didn't give up a hit, walked 1. So he had to record a strikeout as he works into his 2nd inning of relief. Pitched the Nighthawks out of a jam in the top of the 7th. Inherited runners at 1st and 2nd with nobody out. Walked the first batter he saw, but then induced a double play and a ground out to 2nd as that ball is hit on the ground. Hoover able to make the easy play to his right. Throws to Sams for out number 1. And that'll bring Tyler Curtis to the plate. Curtis on the day 0 for 3. Cobb's first pitch, a breaking ball in there for a strike. And the count will be no balls and a strike. As Cobb does have the ability to finish out this game for the Nighthawks. Does have 1 start on the year. So able to go multiple innings. And as a real weapon out of that Nighthawk bullpen. As the count will be a ball and a strike. Activity continues in the North Georgia bullpen. No activity in the Lynn University bullpen. Cobb delivers a 1-1 pitch. Hit off the end of the bat. Foul down the third base line. And the count will be a ball and 2 strikes on Curtis. Cobb working from the first base side of the rubber. Sets and delivers a 1-2 pitch that's hit on the ground out to short. Hoover charging, gloves, throws to Sams at first. And 2 straight ground outs to start out the inning for Cobb. And there will now be 2 away. Jake Roush will come to the plate. He's driven in 2 of the 3 runs today for Lynn University. Sac fly in the 2nd, singled in the 6th. And is 1 for 1 on the day. He's also been hit by a pitch as the first pitch is fouled off down the first base line, chopped off the plate, but Cobb was unable to get over there before the ball went foul. And the count will be no balls and a strike. A 1 on the way from Cobb. Missed the outside corner. The count will be a ball and a strike as he's trying to quickly get the 3rd out in this 8th inning. Nighthawks will have 5, 6, 7 due up in their bottom half of the 8th. As the 1-1 misses low from Cobb, and the count will be 2 balls and a strike. And the 2-1 on the way. Breaking ball finds the zone for strike 2. Count will be even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 on the way. Fouled off down the first base line. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 on the way. Hit out to second. Bell able to glove with the backhand. Throw to Sams at first. Nice dig by Sams, and that's going to do it for the Fighting Knights in the top of the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors at the end of 7.5. It is the Nighthawks 5, Fighting Knights 3 here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
If you're looking to buy or sell your mountain home or cabin, lake or riverfront property, look no further than Walden and Company Realty. Work with some of the most knowledgeable agents around with Walden and Company Realty. For more information, visit waldenco.com.
I've been a loyal Clipper customer for years now. I can say this is the most exciting thing they've rolled out with in a while, the Clippers Fuel Savers card. Now I'm saving 10 cents at the pump every time. Thanks, Clipper.
Hickory Prime Barbecue is a proud sponsor of North Georgia baseball. Hickory Prime offers multiple specials daily, including a barbecue pork sandwich, fries, and a drink for just $8. Winners of multiple national awards, the restaurant offers pork, chicken, beef brisket, ribs, and much, much more. Visit Hickory Prime Barbecue, open 7 days a week, just minutes from the Dahlonega campus of UNG off of Morrison Moore Parkway.
And bottom of the 8th inning. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Nighthawks. It'll be Bell, Corbett, and then Cal Dempsey will be the expected DH as he pinch ran for Josh Peterson in the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting number 7, Michael Bell.
First pitch to Bell. Outside for ball 1. He was able to pick up a base hit in that bottom of the 6th inning. Scored on the double play that the Knights turned. And the count will be 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0 pitch low for ball 3. Bell looking to draw another walk. Get on base for the Nighthawks, who hold a 5-3 lead in this ball game. 3-0 low for strike 1. Three-one pitch to Bell. Hit on the ground between short and third, into the hole, and into left field as Bell with the second hit of the ball game. Well, his second hit of the ball game. That's going to bring Connor Corbett to the plate. He's homered to left and doubled today. He and Bell have had a strong outing from the 5 and the 6 holes in this lineup. Really showcasing the depth of this lineup. They've been able to get on base and drive runners in, he and Bell. First pitch to Corbett, shows bunt, gets it down, and Nuzzi gonna make the play, but a little bit of miscommunication between him and Corbett as Corbett came in to fill the bunt. Nobody covering first. Yeah, Ceballos was covering second, and so Corbett able to pick up another base hit. Heading to second is Bell, and so there will be runners on first and second with nobody out.
the Nighthawks, Josh Prophet.
As it'll be a pinch hitter. It'll be Josh Prophet who will come to the plate for the Nighthawks. 200 on the year. His 6th appearance. He's made 2 starts so far this year. 2 for 10, scored 2 runs, has a double and a triple for the Nighthawks. Also driven in 2 runs. First pitch ball, throw down by Ellison, snagged by Dorian, trying to catch Michael Bell too far off of second base. Left-handed Prophet facing the right-handed Nuzzy. 1-0 pitch on the way to Prophet. Squared to show bunt, pulled it back, missed inside, and the count will be 2 balls and no strikes. Yeah, the 2-0 on the way. Bunt laid down by Prophet. Nuzzy will pick it up and over to cover. This time is Ceballos. Runners will advance to second and third, though. 1 away for Stephen Tomlinson.
Now batting number 30, Stephen Tomlinson.
Tomlinson with a chance to drive in runners here. On the day is 0 for 3. Nighthawks with some important runs on second and third if they can drive them in. First pitch to Tomlinson, a strike. Count will be no balls and a strike. Infield is in. The 0-1 is fouled off down the left field or the third base line, and the count will be no balls and 2 strikes. Knights trying to cut off any ground balls they can get to and try to keep the Nighthawks from scoring a run in the bottom of the 8th. So it is a 5-3 score. Nighthawks trying to avoid a sweep. They've lost the first 2 games of the series. And the 0-2 is chopped in the air to third. Play made by Curtis. He will throw Tomlinson out at first. Close play. And Curtis just able to get Tomlinson, who was hustling down the line. So there will be 2 outs. Runners still at second and third as Andres Perez will come to the plate. Perez is 0 for 3 on the day as well. But an opportunity to drive in key runners. They are in scoring position. Infield now backs up. Behind the bags at first and third. On the edge of the grass up the middle. First pitch to Perez, fouled off into the screen. The count will be no balls and a strike. Oh-1 on the way. Missed inside. Count will be even at a ball and a strike. One swung on a miss by Perez. The count will be a ball and 2 strikes. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Fighting Knights in the top of the 9th inning. Nighthawks will look to close out and win the final game of this series. 1-2 on the way to Perez. Ball is hit foul down the first base line. Corbett was trying to get there as the ball stayed in foul territory, but just far enough away from him to get down, and the count will remain a ball and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs in the inning. Nighthawks trying to score some insurance runs. They have a 5-3 lead. One, 2 on the way to Perez. Will be ball 2. Nuzzy thought either that was going to be called strike 3 or that Perez had gone. Neither occurred. And the count will remain 2 balls and will move to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ellison out to talk to Nuzzy. He looks to get out of this inning unscathed. Sets and delivers a 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to second. Ceballos over to Glove, throws to Corbett at first, and that's going to do it for the Nighthawks in the 8th inning. So they're able to get runners at second and third, unable to get them in, and at the end of 8 complete, Nighthawks still lead 5-3 here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I am a brother.
I'm a freshman.
I am an artist.
I am an entrepreneur.
I am a civilian.
I am a junior.
I am an ambassador.
I am a music teacher.
我是国际学生。
I am a commuter.
I'm an actor.
I am an intern.
I am a researcher.
I am a senior.
I am an athlete.
I am a veteran.
I am a sister.
I am a sophomore.
I am a singer. I am an educator.
I am a scientist.
I am a resident.
I am a writer.
I am a leader.
I am a cadet.
I am a volunteer. I am a musician.
I am a tutor.
We are UNG.
All right, who ate all the jalapeno rolls? Sam?
No.
Irresistible new King's Hawaiian Jalapeno Rolls.
Be Chris Cobb on for the Nighthawks. On for his 3rd inning of relief. We'll be trying to get the final 3 outs of the ball game. Face 8-9-1 in the Lynn University lineup. As he continues his warm-up tosses, did make his way out to the mound for a while, as it seemed like the coaches were trying to decide whether or not to make a call to the bullpen or leave him out there. Decided not to make the Wendy's call to the bullpen, so Cobb will try to get the final 3 outs and give the Nighthawks a win, as they are currently currently enduring a 3-game losing streak after winning 6 in a row to start the season. Have now lost 3 straight. And it'll be Corbett to lead off for Lynn University. First pitch by Cobb, breaking ball down the outside corner. Count will be no balls and a strike. So 1 pitch from Cobb, swung on and missed by Corbett. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 on the way from Cobb. Breaking ball, just missed the zone. As tried to find the outside corner with it. Very, very close to a called 3rd strike there. Count will move to a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 on the way from Cobb. Breaking ball in the dirt. The count will move to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So you got Corbett down 0-2. Corbett has worked his way back to 2-2. And the 2-2 on the way. Swung on and fouled back. Count stays even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Corbett is 0 for 3 today. On deck is Willie Shea. He's 1 for 1. And the whole Patrick Dorian, the leadoff hitter, 2 for 3 today. And the 2-2 on the way. In the dirt. Count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cobb up 0-2 early in this at bat. He's throwing 3 straight balls to run the count full. And the 3-2 on the way from Cobb. Found the inside corner for strike 3. Corbett is not happy about it. Had thrown his bat thinking it was going to be a walk. But Cobb able to send him back to the dugout with a backwards K. 1 down in the inning, and Willie Shea will come to the plate. 1 for 1, singled his first time up. First pitch strike from Cobb. Count will be no balls and a strike. Shea was able to single and score in the top of the 7th inning. 0-1 hit on the ground out to short. Hoover gloves, throws to first, and quickly 2 away in the inning. And Lynn University down to their last out in the ball game, as it'll be on the shoulders of Patrick Dorian to try to keep the ball game alive for Lynn University. 2 for 3 on the day. He's also been on base via walk. There's a couple of singles. Cobb delivers a first pitch fastball way outside for ball 1. (1-0) from Cobb, the breaking ball that found the outside corner. The count will run to a ball and a strike. He's really had command of that fastball and breaking ball in this ball game. Through 2.2 innings of relief right now, looking to get the final out. And the 1-1 is hit in the air to right field. Corbett will watch this one head over the fence. And so Lynn University with a little bit of life in the top of the 9th. Patrick Dorian, his 3rd hit of the ball game. This one will allow the Knights to move to within, the Fighting Knights to move to within 1 here in the top of the 9th. Yes, Miguel Ceballos will come to the plate. Ceballos, the number 2 hitter today, 0 for 2. He's drawn a walk. As this game is now 1 swing away from being a tie ball game. Cobb working from the wind. Sets and delivers a first pitch to Ceballos, who swung and missed at a breaking ball. And the count is no balls and a strike. Nighthawks trying to scrap by with a win today. Bullpen has ceased for the moment, or bullpen action has. 0-1, bunt laid down by Ceballos. Gearhart will let it roll foul, and the count will be no balls and 2 strikes. So the Fighting Knights down to their last strike, their last out. The Nighthawks trying to end a 3-game losing streak here. Pick up their 7th win of the season and avoid the sweep. Right-handed second baseman Ceballos steps back into the box. Cobb sets. Delivers an 0-2. Hit in the air, into shallow right field. Michael Bell able to make a backpedaling catch, and the Nighthawks are going to pick up a win here in Game 3. They win at 5-4. We will have the Walden Realty post-game report on the other side of this break here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Why do they call it a home-style breakfast?
I tell you what, I was in Steak and Shake in 1934 having a home-style breakfast. I told the cook, this is the same style breakfast that my mama makes at home. The cook turned around, and it was my mama. She said, that's the idea, dummy. Now get back here and wash these dishes.
A mother's love has no equal.
Huh?
Start your day with a delicious home-style breakfast, only at Steak and Shake.
I want everyone to rally behind such a great cause for Make-A-Wish. It's not just for us, and it's not just for the school. It's for the kids that we'll be helping. It's for them.
And it's not just raising money for a charity, it's raising money to make this kid's dream come true.
I never, still to this day, would have thought that it would have touched me the way that it did that day. To truly say that it was a life-changing moment for myself is true. And I think it was for our program, our team, and our university. It was truly one of the most memorable experiences of my coaching career.
You really just see the community come together to make this event special and make it unique. And I think that's one thing that we like to try to brand ourselves with here at UNG is we're unique, and we like to do the special, small things that make children's lives and dreams come true.
The UNG Campus Connection is your university bookstore. It's the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom, and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks Nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Campus Connection is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 Division II Baseball Championship, May 27th through June 3rd at the ballpark in Grand Prairie, Texas. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your seats today.
And welcome back as we have the Walden Realty post-game report for you. Nighthawks pick up a 5-4 win over Lynn University to avoid the sweep in the series and also end their 3-game losing streak, picking up the win today. Daniel McCurry moves to 2-1 on the season. The loss goes to Michael Imperato, who moves to 1-2. Chris Cobb able to pick up his first save of the season as he pitched 3 innings of relief. As he and McCreary combined to hold Lynn University to 4 runs today. They'd scored 20, 12 in the first game and 8 yesterday. But the Nighthawks able to battle back to win 5-4. Nighthawks today were led at the plate by Connor Hoover, 4 for 4, scored a run, drove in an RBI as well. Trevor Sams, 1 for 3, 2 RBIs. Michael Bell, 2 for 3, scored a run. Connor Corbett, a good day, 3 for 4, including a monster home run to left field that landed on the pathway up on Radar Ridge. So all in all, a good day for the Nighthawks, who were able to bounce back after losing their 3rd straight game yesterday. And they will be in action next weekend, as they will be playing here at Bob Stein Stadium will be the Nighthawks Nest Tournament. They'll play Friday against Quincy University at 1 p.m. Saturday, February 25th, they'll play at noon versus Florida Tech. Sunday, they'll play Albany State University at 4 p.m. Won't be having any of those games on the Nighthawk Sports Network, so if you want to check out the Nighthawks Nest Tournament, you'll have to make your way out to Bob Stein Stadium and check the games out in person. Your final today, 5-4 Nighthawks win. For all of us at the Nighthawk Sports Network, I'm Thomas Kendrick signing off saying, go Nighthawks and have a good afternoon.